What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. Episode 4 of The Penguin, you guys, is a banger. Oh my God. Each episode has gotten better, and better for this series. This is arguably the best show of the entire year, you guys. It is amazing. This show is so well received, so taken care of. The showrunner, the writing, the acting, the set, like everything about this show, you guys, is on par. And I do think that this show can win a lot of Emmys next year. It is so damn good. In episode 4, you guys, the unraveling of Sofia Falcone and seeing the flashbacks and the brief history lesson of her father, Carmine Falcone, you guys. My God, this episode really clarified her character and where she stands moving forward. We're talking spoilers, you guys. Like, I haven't covered the first 3 episodes, but after watching this episode this morning, you guys, I was like, I have to talk about it. This show is so good. So Sofia Falcone in this particular episode, you guys, we see the unraveling of her character and all the backstory to why she was put in Arkham Asylum and her being branded the Hangman, which is wild to me to see what Carmine Falcone did to his own daughter and the unreveal of what he did to his own wife as well. He is a scumbag, and he got what he deserved in the Batman. Honestly, it is just wild that he would do that to his own daughter. But I like the fact that this story was generally the central focus on Sofia and her backstory, because it gives her purpose moving forward in what she's going to do in this series, you guys. And I like the little, the backstory with her and Oz as well, how he was her driver and they kind of had a relationship where they trusted each other. I like that. And then because it was briefly mentioned in, I think, the last 2 episodes of how he portrayed her or whatever. They tell that story. Oz had, he had something to do with Carmine finding out about her going to the reporters and kind of going behind the family's back. And Carmine, being the person he is and terrifying he is, he put his own daughter, he tried to convince the world and convince everybody around her that she was crazy. Even having family members write to the doctors in Arkham Asylum, not getting her own trial, saying that she's crazy, just like her mother. It is wild to me. I was like, oh my God. I felt so bad for Sofia. So bad for her. Because I was like, my God, she didn't deserve any of this. She was just trying to reveal and, discover what really, truly happened to her mother. And when she was talking to her father, he was kind of getting upset, like talking to her about picking at these, these wounded heels or whatever, because he understands what happened because of what he did. And he's trying to let that go. But her being, the daughter, she's like, no, I need to understand what happened. This is my mother. You know what I mean? And the only person, you guys, that truly had her back, I felt like, was her brother, Alberto. So, seeing Alberto kind of go through this with her, and then, going back to the first episode, you feel for Alberto, you feel for Sofia, and you understand the relationship even more. So you're like, damn, screw you, Oz. Like, why did you have to take him out in the first episode? So now you kind of get this whole full circle moment of you feeling for Alberto and Sofia together, you guys, because they grew up together. They grew up together in that house. They've seen some terrible things. They had to lie for their father because of him and the kind of business that he was in Gotham. It was just crazy. So when everything was unraveling and she was talking to the reporter, and then, Oz goes to her dad because he's, I got to do my job. He pays me the big dollars. And that was Oz's plan. Like, now, he had the new suit, and she she was like kind of dumbfounded. Like, you got this new suit out of nowhere. Like, that's kind of odd. Because he went straight to her father. And now her father can trust Oz even more. And that's how they build on the relationship going into the Batman movie. So seeing that whole play out, and then seeing, Oz pretending like he didn't really know. Well, no, I honestly believe that Oz didn't know that she was going to be put in Arkham Asylum. And then that, her father was going to pin all the murders at the Iceberg Lounge on her, his daughter. I honestly didn't think Oz knew that was going to happen. I believe Oz to that extent, but I still hold Oz at bay because he's a tricky slope. Like, you can't trust him at all. So when that whole unraveling happened, and you see her being put in Arkham and being mistreated, and all the inmates or the patients going after her, or her meeting that her friend in the room next to her. I forgot, somebody revealed her character. I'm not too big on I'm not too big on that character in the comic book, so I don't really know. But that whole sequence, and seeing her in the cafeteria, and then having everybody stare at her because of all the hangman rumors and stuff like that. Like, I was like, my God. And it really wanted me to go back and read Batman The Long Halloween, you guys, because that's where that storyline is adapted with the whole hangman. So I was like, man, this is getting crazy. So seeing her going through the whole electric shock therapy, I got like instant flashbacks of, season 3 of Smallville. I think it was like episode 8 and 9, where, Lex was finding out what happened to his parents and the whole trust fund, and how, Lionel and, his partner, killed, his parents essentially to get the trust fund to start LexCorp, and how he would put Lex in Belle Reve essentially. So I was like, holy crap, like, this is like, it was kind of similar in story. So I was like, I really like that. And I love Smallville. Smallville is just all time great for me. So I kind of did see though that similarity between, those couple Smallville episodes and, and this episode of Oz. But man, and just seeing her, fully just losing in Arkham, and then finding out that she won't have a trial date, after the 6 months that, she was told that she would do from her lawyer, and her brother's freaking out. I was just like, my God, like, this is crazy. And you feel for her. You just feel so bad that she was betrayed by the entire family. And then you realize what she does at the end of the show is justified. It is justified, you guys. So it's crazy. She ends up doing 10 years at Arkham. 10 long years in Arkham. And then she was finally released from the help of her brother, obviously because of the passing of her dad or whatever. So the brother stepped in and got her out, and along with her other, what's his name? I forgot his name. Her other therapist or whatever, or her psychologist that was in the room with her. So they ended up getting her out, and, she wakes up in his office, and, she still senses that he wants something from her. And then, she's like, yo, I got one more day. I got to get out of here. My family's threatening to kill me or whatever, and I got to go to Sicily. But then, she comes up with this brilliant master plan to take over the family and be the head of the household. And man, that whole dinner sequence where she, makes her speech, and her in the dress, and then, finding out, slowly but surely that she's going to do something absolutely terrible. And then, she does. Luckily, she doesn't hurt the kid. She takes the kid to the garden house or whatever, and, she wakes up and she goes back to the house, and everybody's just gone. Everybody is dead because she poisoned whatever she put into the house filter system, and everybody was gone. The security guards, her entire family, except for that one dude, which I can't, oh my God, I can't remember his name. But she's going to make use of him. That's why she didn't take him out, because she was like, I can use you. You're still going to be valuable to me, but guess what? You're going to be under my thumb moving forward. I am the head of the household. So the way it ended, you guys, I was like, my God, where is this going to lead next? Now that she is going to be in complete control, now that her and Oz's relationship is completely under the ground, that she cannot trust him anymore because she found out that Oz killed her brother and he was working with, not the Falcones, oh my God, the other family. Why am I trying to blank right now? But in prison. All of that stuff unraveling, dude. You're just like, man, she can't. And she mentioned it. She was like, I can't trust any man. No man I can trust. And I was like, oh, she is after blood, you guys. And she means business. And now that she has complete, total control, you guys, of the Falcone family, this is going to be absolutely banger. I cannot wait for this next episode. Like I said, this show has proven time and time and time again that it gets better with quality. The writing, everything about it, you guys, is really, really good. Victor, Oz, you just love it. And even though, like, the last episode, seeing the total destruction and damage that the Riddler did, and seeing, Victor's perspective and seeing his family, all of that stuff was crazy. I didn't really think about it, but I'm like, man, he really destroyed Gotham and so many innocent people along with it, with what he did in the Batman. So I was like, man, seeing it from a different perspective really shifts and changes things for me, and really makes me appreciate the Batman film even more. Like, this show is elevating what's come before it. You know what I mean? I don't think this is necessarily have been done before, honestly. Like, it's really great. It's really great, you guys. And episode 4 definitely was good. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about episode 4 of The Penguin, and would you want me to continue these little brief episode reviews of The Penguin? We only have 4 episodes left, you guys. It's been a banger. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.